The next generation of games are coming into view thanks to reveals from Xbox and PlayStation partners working on the upcoming biggest games on brand new hardware. As the hardware improves, developer talent grows and games get more demanding and visually stunning, and many are wondering how these games will truly look and feel on the PS5 and Xbox Series X, and will the visual trade-offs be worth the hit to performance on these super powerful consoles? This is Colteastwood. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I come from a background in console and PC gaming, and I want to show you, as someone who has built and enjoyed gaming on PC, as well as the benefits of a powerful console like the Xbox One X, what we can and should expect from the PS5 and Xbox Series X. If you learned something today or you can appreciate the info here, please like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Set your player on YouTube to 60 FPS mode or 1080p or 4K 60, and let's see what next generation will look like. The Xbox One and PS4 generation consoles, even the mid-gen refresh PS4 Pro and Xbox One X, were severely limited in capability to offer 60 FPS gaming on all or even most big games. Typically, to get the performance favored, you have to lower the resolution or overall visual quality to keep the processor calling images for the graphics chip. Put simply, the current consoles cannot guarantee 60 FPS on most games because the entire system is not balanced or powerful enough. There are exceptions, as big games run with dynamic resolution to offer 60 FPS, or some developers pushed every corner of the console, like Gears 5 running at dynamic 4K 60. With the new Xbox Series X and PS5, with well over 2 times to 4 times the power of the current Pro and X consoles, you'd think strictly by math calculations, the new consoles could make the leap to 60 FPS or more on every new game. Oh, you'd be wrong. Enter Assassin's Creed Valhalla, the first piece of next-generation controversy, running in promotional footage at a disappointing 30 FPS, even though it is marketed for the Xbox Series X. Now remember, Assassin's Creed Origins and Assassin's Creed Odyssey ran at some 60 to 100% of full native 4K, averaging around 80% of native 4K at 30 FPS on Xbox One X, with double the processing and graphics speed being very conservative. Since the new consoles are much more powerful across the board, you'd think dynamic 4K at 60 FPS would be possible for Valhalla. Even if the draw call of high-resolution images at 60 FPS sounds demanding for a Ryzen 2700X chip paired with an RTX 2080, any PC or console at this power level would easily be able to ramp up high-end visuals like this. 60 FPS. This is Assassin's Creed Valhalla gameplay trailer running at 60 FPS instead of 30, showing viewers and soon-to-be players that the leap to 60 FPS can feel next generation when compared to 30 FPS. Unsure? Let's take a look at the remainder of this footage at 30 FPS, where we suspect Ubisoft is targeting Valhalla to run on the brand new Xbox Series X and PS5. So why is the footage running at 30 FPS on a console that is 2 to 4 times faster than the Xbox One X or the PS4 Pro? Phil Spencer of Xbox boasts a bullet point list of what Ubisoft is proud to offer for the first time on a console.
Hey everyone, Phil Spencer from Xbox. With Watch Dogs Legion, Ubisoft is supporting smart delivery. So you will get the absolute best version of the game on any version of Xbox you're playing on. On Series X, you'll get to take advantage of the amazing work the team has done with DirectX ray tracing to create an absolutely immersive version of London like you've never seen before.
DirectX ray tracing, new for AMD and new for consoles. The Xbox Series X has dedicated RT cores in the GPU to independently render complicated and demanding reflective surfaces, natural lighting, and immersive visuals. An impressive feat usually reserved for a few $100 price graphics card for PC. Digital Foundry recently broke down the tech and impressive ray tracing capabilities on PC for Ubisoft's next game, Watch Dogs Legion. They were impressed with the immersive value of seeing true reflections across the city. They were using an RTX 2080 Ti, which is essentially a $2,000 PC configuration. And the result? 30 FPS. Tom of Digital Foundry said if we drop the settings below Ultra, he could get better performance, and this is where we see the problem of 30 FPS on next generation consoles. Regardless of the massive power delta of current consoles, here is Watch Dogs Legion at 60 FPS, proving that ray tracing, although a great evolution of rendering and visual upgrades, is not as important as playing and seeing the game at a higher frame rate. Ubisoft makes some of the most robust, big open world games in the business, and some of the best looking games, but in the past 4 years, on the Xbox One X and PS4 Pro, they have rarely, if ever, offered a performance option that allows you to play a game at 60 FPS over the option of high visuals at 30. We will likely not see an option for Assassin's Creed Valhalla or Watch Dogs Legion on PS5 or Xbox Series X to run at 60 frames per second. Looking ahead for the Xbox Series X, most if not all of the first-party Xbox Game Studios exclusives will either run at 60 FPS or above, or offer a performance mode to run at 60. Halo Infinite, Forza, Gears, Psychonauts 2, Everwild, Hellblade 2, and many more. Xbox has expressed that a target frame rate for the Xbox Series X console is 60 FPS, and they are setting the bar in-house, even with the platform supporting Xbox One for a year or two. Contrast this with the biggest games being shown by Sony for the PS5. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is being boasted by PlayStation engineers and developers to push for visual quality and animations at 30 FPS over the prospect of playing at 60. Insomniac believes that it is more important to see the quality animations and interactions with the world at 30 FPS than to compromise visuals or effects at the cost of playing at 60 FPS. Ratchet & Clank ran at 30 on the PS4, but what does it look like if we see this game with lower visuals in motion at 60 FPS? Here it is, captured on my PS4 at the highest quality, interpolated to look 60 frames per second. The game comes alive and response time every 16 milliseconds is improved, meaning you get double the visual clarity per second compared to 30 FPS. Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden West is also likely favoring visuals over performance. Even though looking at the delta of the PS4 Pro power to the PS5, the new hardware can easily handle these visuals at a manageable resolution at 60 FPS. Developers like Guerrilla Games are choosing to ramp up visuals at the cost of continuing to put out games at 30 FPS to create a filmic presentation when the game, and most every game on the PS5, would look truly next generation just if they were able to make it playable at 60 FPS or higher. The option to play at 60 FPS is solely up to the developer and their own vision of what the game will look like, and that needs to be respected. That is, until you look at PC. On PC, anyone with a medium to high-end PC hardware configuration can run most any game at HD resolutions at 60 FPS. If the developer intended the world of Horizon Zero Dawn to run at a filmic 30 FPS, then why is it going to Steam on PC, where the majority of users will get to set it up to run at 60 FPS or even higher? Looking at the benchmarks of similarly even less capable PCs compared to the Xbox Series X and the PS5, these games should offer a 60 FPS mode on console, even if that means exchanging real-time ray tracing with screen space reflections and other visual modes that we have been enjoying in our favorite games for over a decade. With advanced checkerboarding, dynamic resolution scaling, and DLSS, machine learning efficiency software, developers have more tools now more than ever, more power and more processing to create a vision of what they want their games to look like. And the capability in the PS5 and the Xbox Series X should be able to do it all at 60 FPS. This is Colteastwood. Thank you so much for watching. I've been enjoying quite a few 60 FPS games. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so sick of saying the word 60 FPS. Okay, I've been playing a bunch of games at 60 on my Xbox One X thanks to developers that have been able to work in a performance mode. But the ones that run at 30 are starting to wear on me, and I'm excited to play on the new consoles. I just want them to offer as much as they are capable of. Some might ask why I don't just play on PC, and I did for a couple of years. I played everything on PC, but the console is where I enjoy the games the most. And it's a hard convenience to explain this quickly in a video, but there's a video I did in 2017 that explains it the best, and I'll link it at the end of the video here. If you enjoyed this one, let me know by liking and subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell to be notified of new weekly content, and if you want to further support the channel, you can join or become a Patreon. Both will get early access to videos and be entered into the monthly giveaways. Add me on Xbox Live and Twitter at Colteastwood if you'd like to message me. We have about a week left until Xbox events kick off, so check back here and I'll have all the latest information available. Have a great week. Let me know what game you're playing right now, and as always, be nice.